Hey guys, this is James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems and BikeJames.com. Today I want to share another great exercise that you can use with the sandbag. And this is the rotational deadlift. The rotational deadlift is a great exercise because it works on that lateral hip hinge and movement that we need on the bike, especially for cornering when we're leaning the bike over and having to shift our hips to counterbalance the lean of the bike. That movement right there, that lateral rotation and movement hinging at the hips is what we're using for that. And this is one of the best exercises that I've come across to work on that specific movement pattern. So I'm going to show you how it works, break it down for you a little bit, and then show you a couple ways you can advance the exercise. So you're going to start by holding the bag in front of you. You want your feet about shoulder width apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate over to one side. I'm going to show you a rep and then kind of break down some of the stuff behind it, because there's definitely a lot of ways to do this exercise wrong. And so what you're going to do is you're going to rotate over to one side, bag's going to touch the ground, you come back up to the top. Now, if you'll notice, I kept good position through my spine and with my knees over my feet when I did this exercise. That's the key. If you're doing that, you make sure you're moving from the hips, not from somewhere else. So as you rotate over, you get light on the opposite foot. So I'm coming over to my right foot, my weight shifts over to the right side, I'm light on that left toe, and I'm rotating that leg in. So right here, my knee is lined up over my toes. My knee did not collapse inside my foot. My leg actually rotated in, kept that good strong position. Same thing with this knee, it's over my toes as well. You see my spine is nice and straight. I've not twisted or leaned or anything like that. So if I've got good position here, good position through the spine, then I know I have to be moving from the hips, and that's what we're looking for. Then you just drive your heel into the ground, back up to the top position. So again, rotating that other leg in as you come over, keeping the spine nice and long, drive through the heel, back up to the top. A couple different ways you can advance this exercise. You can do an exercise called shoveling, which is a more dynamic version. So you're basically coming to one side, popping it out in front of you, and then switching sides. So you're catching the bag and then driving it back up. It's a little more dynamic, explosive version of that exercise. And you can also take this exercise into a clean. So starting with the bag at the bottom, bringing it up, catching it in your clean position, bringing it back down, catching it to clean, back down. So, a couple good variations on that exercise, but the basic idea of learning how to rotate and hinge at the hip is really important for us as mountain bikers. And again, the kettlebell windmill is one of my favorite exercises up until this point for teaching that specific movement pattern. And I really like this rotational deadlift now as well. It's actually a little easier to learn and pick up than the kettlebell windmill, which requires a lot more core strength and shoulder mobility to really execute properly. So anyways, good exercise overall. Definitely something that I recommend you integrate into your training program. And again, I get people asking me sometimes, can I use something else besides the sandbag for this exercise? And really, this is one of those exercises that lends itself very well to the sandbag. The fact that you're rotating and moving the bag around the body. If you're trying to hold a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a medicine ball or something like that, it starts knocking into the body, starts to distract and get in the way. So the sandbag, the way that it moves around the body, works really well for this exercise. And again, I always use and recommend the Ultimate Sandbag, which is what I've been using in my facility, and it's been a great training tool for me, stood up to a lot of use and abuse so far. So anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed this training tip, giving you another good exercise to put in your toolbox. Once again, it's been James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems. You can check me out on the web at BikeJames.com, and I'll talk to you next time.